What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 3 in Kappa mode. So guys, last episode we ended up getting the creative pressure generator for pneumatic craft, and we're actually putting it to use right now. I just told the system to craft up 60 printed circuit boards. Yeah, we needed to go get ourselves about 3 more stacks of black plastic, 3 more stacks of cyan, and another full stack of green plastic to get this going. But yeah, I told the system to craft it. The pressure inside our pressure chamber dropped kind of low, down to about 1.5 bar as I was crafting so many of those different capacitors and other components for the printed circuit boards. But yeah, I never got to a point where it ran low on pressure where it couldn't craft. And then this is currently chewing through all of our empty PCBs, turning these into the printed circuit boards. So the reason why we are making so many of those particular components is because we have this multi-armor set to make. Each one of these different pieces do require a whole bunch of printed circuit boards, so automating that process last episode was actually something that we needed to do anyway. So that also is going to require us to have a bunch of this crystalline ingots, energy cores, which we can EMC, diamond lattice, which we can EMC, and then of course we're going to need another full set of draconic armor so we can upgrade it to the multi-set. I could use my current draconic armor if I really wanted to upgrade it, but with all of the enchantments and the upgrades that we have done to this particular armor, I really don't feel like I want to get rid of it. Also, this armor has other things that I really like. As far as moving around, you can move around really fast and stop on a dime without, like, slowing down over 10 blocks worth of distance or whatever. I really like that. I like the fact it's got night vision and it's got like the energy shield, and just there's a whole bunch of things about this armor that I really like, and I don't want to just give it up. So I'm going to make a new set of armor. As we saw before, this armor isn't so bad for us to craft. It does require some awakened, does require a core and an energy core, and those are, it's all pretty easy, auto craftable. And then the gem boots, the armor, is EMCable. So I'm going to go ahead and run all of that different parts through. I was looking for our draconic machine, wherever we put that. I guess it's over here. Yeah, I couldn't see it behind this. I'm going to run all those parts through here, make another set of our draconic armor, and then we'll be right back, guys. Alright, so we should have everything in our inventory now in order to make this new set of armor. We got a bunch of this crystalline ingots, we got the energy cores, and we got diamond lattices, plus the entire set of unupgraded draconic armor. Okay, so let's make the multi-helmet. Oh, you know what? We don't have the printed circuit boards. Thought we had everything. We don't. Okay, so we have everything now. So there is the multi-helmet. And it looks like you don't retain the power when you upgrade it, which I guess is fine since that's 2 different mods. It wouldn't know that it's coming from this specific recipe, but just something to note. So there's the multi chest plate. We want the multi leggings. And finally, the multi boots. All right. So that is the entire multi set, and we get the quest complete. Very cool. Now, I've never used this armor before, as far as I can recall. Oh my goodness, what is this? That is some funky looking armor. It's not bad, it's just different. Okay, so what are all the special things about this armor? It looks like I can fly with it, which is good. I don't get night vision, apparently, so that's going away. I don't know if there are upgrades for this, if there's some kind of a thing. You can fly in forbidden places wearing this item. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I would like to find out more about this overloaded multi-armor. I'm sure there's more to it than just like putting it on, right? It's got to do more stuff. Let me go ahead and see if I can see what else this will do for us. Well, after doing a quick Google search on how this armor works and if there's any upgrades for it, it doesn't appear that there is. This armor is supposed to be fairly equivalent to the Avaridia armor, except it requires power, which we are currently pumping into it. It looks like it has a whole lot of armor, and I'm not sure what the yellow heart is. That's something else. And then the blue armor there is like the armor toughness. So it's got a lot of like protection just by default. Yeah, I don't know how the energy works. Like if you take damage, if it just uses energy instead of like causing the player damage. It seemed like from what I was reading that this armor doesn't kill the player. Like if you were to hit me with the Sword of the Cosmos. Anyway, it doesn't seem like armor that we are going to be using. We're just using this as a stepping stone. Why do I got duplicates in my... What? Okay, that was weird. We're just using this to a stepping stone to get to the Avaridia armor. So we saw what this looked like. It takes a whole lot of power, just constantly charging, draining my batteries. That's fine. Let's go ahead and move on. So the quest was completed, and yeah, the quest says kind of the same as the Infinity armor, just needs power. All right, so the next one is the Infinity armor. I didn't see if we could actually craft this yet, and it looks like we can, just requires Infinity catalysts. All right, so let's go ahead, we'll bookmark all of these, and then we'll go ahead and turn our multi-armor into the Infinity armor, completing the last armor quest, I think, question mark? Anyway, so there we go, Sanic speed. So we need neutronium and infinity ingots. Neutronium and infinity. So we only have 22. I'm more than sure we're gonna need more than 22 to make all this armor. So I'll just preemptively craft up a couple hundred. That should be enough to get us by for now. If we need more, it'll be ready. So infinity helmet. Oh yeah, we need infinity catalyst. Is it 2 per? Oh wait, just the helmet requires the infinity catalyst. This requires a crystal matrix. So we need 3 crystal matrices. Okay. Crystal matrices. And then, what was it again? Infinity catalyst? Infinity catalyst. I need 2 of those. And yeah, looks like that's all gonna craft up. Might take a moment since we have to do some of the other crafting there. Okay, so while we wait on that, let's get these done. So we'll do the infinity boots. We will do the infinity... oh, this requires an infinity catalyst too. I missed it. Okay, we'll do the infinity chest plate. I need to tell the system to make another infinity catalyst. We can make the helmet with those 2. There's that guy. And then this one may be done. It is. Awesome. Let's make the leggings. Sweet. All right, so there's the full infinity armor set. And we'll put it on too, just so we can say that we did. I do like the way the armor looks. When you fly, you get the little wings. I think it's a cool looking armor, but you see how like when I stop moving, I just kind of glide and I keep moving. I absolutely can't stand that. That's why I like the draconic armor so much more. But yeah, this armor will make it so like you are completely invulnerable. You cannot die while wearing this armor. Apparently, like, the textures are a little off on it. Yeah, well, anyway, you can't die while wearing this armor, so that's why a lot of people seem to like it. But I don't really care for it too much. It looks kind of cool. And it's neat that you can't die, but how often have I died in this playthrough? I don't think that really matters to me too much. Anyway, we'll go back to our draconic armor, which I want to keep using, and I think we're going to focus our attention on these last 2 quests over here before we get into the Chaos Ingot. This item right here required Chaos Ingots, if you remember. So these are the next 2 on our list. So we have the Everlasting Guilty Mana Pool, and we have the Creative Ember Source. Both of these require combination crafting. I guess I'll do the Ember one first, and I don't know if there's any reason to do one before the other. Okay, so this requires a little bit of Lordcraft stuff, some Ember stuff, some creative stuff. We have the full list of items that we need here. Okay, so Ultimate Ingots, we have Morganine, we have Infinity, we have Dawnstone, Heavy Duty Plate. We need 4 heavy duty plate. We have, is it the tier 4? Did it say on there? Let me go back into this. Yeah, tier 4 heavy duty plate. So we need 4 of those. So we have 1. Let's tell it to make 3 more. And I assume that's going to be a fairly quick craft because I don't think you had to like make the tier 1 into the tier 2 into the tier 3 in this mod pack. I think you could just go straight to the tier 4. but then we just got to wait on the speed of the compressor. So maybe it will take a little bit of time anyway. There we go. So we have those guys. I guess I'll put the do I still have that armor stand over here? I'll put the infinity armor on the armor stand. Equip it, and then I think you do like a shift right click on this, right? There you go. Why is the head tilted that way? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we'll put the infinity armor there so we can still see it, I suppose. Anyway, so we wanted to get back into this. What else do we need here? 4 focal lenses. Is that what these are? No, those are inscription tiles. Focal lens. I don't remember what these are. Ooh, okay. Did we make these before? I remember when we were doing these things previously, I would rename the alchemical waste what we needed to actually make this. So we need 37 37S 13C. Okay, so the ash goes on the pedestals that have the different, I can't remember what these things are even called, aspectus. So copper and silver. All right, so we needed how many of these focal lenses now? It was 4 of them, so we got to do this 4 times. All right, so 4 times we are going to need dawnstone plates, silver plates, ember crystals. Let me grab all this stuff together. We'll do one together, and then we'll move on. All right, so it's been a minute since we last did this, but we need to put ember into our beam cannon. I think it's 400 we need. So I just linked this one to our emitter here, and we can look at our ember dial to see how much ember is inside. So there is 400. Okay, so we overshot it by a little bit, and that's a waste. It's not a big deal. We have 2 alchemic pedestals. Alchemy. Wow, that was hard to say. Alchemy. Alchemy pedestals. Wow. Silver aspectus, and then we needed the copper one as well, right? So if we take a look at this, which we marked earlier for a focal lens, we need to put 37 ash on the silver one. So I'll take 37. I'm going to right click it here. And then 13 on this alchemy pedestal. Oh my goodness, I keep trying to say alchemical. So there we go. Both of those are in place. We need to set the recipe on the table, which I need to split these apart. So it was 2 dawnstone on either side, 2 silver on either side, and then 4 ember crystals in the center. It's only going to use 1 of these per craft, and then we have this set up for the next 3 recipes after this. But anyway, give this a redstone signal, and that will start this process up. It's going to go through and use the ash. So the more ash in the recipe, the longer this crafting takes. It's like it's using a hopper underneath it, drawing 1 item out per time, and it alternates between the 2 pedestals. Anyway, so after a few moments here, this should complete successfully since we did notate how much ash we needed previously. And there we go. All right, so we got 1 done. I need to repeat that 3 more times. All right, so next up, we need to make ember crystal clusters. And this is pretty much the same exact thing, except it's using dawnstone and copper instead of silver and copper. So I can get rid of the silver one, and we'll replace that with our dawnstone one. And again, we notated down what it took to craft this a long time ago. So dawnstone is 33 ash, copper is 33 ash. We have to make 6 of these. So you can see I have 12 piles of 33 here. So I'll just go ahead and pop 1 in there, pop 1 into there, and now we are good to go on this very first go here. Need to fill this up to 400, and we also have to set the recipe. But beyond that, yeah, just more ember stuff to do. So another item that we need for the creative ember source is this signet of antimony, right? So this guy here, we need 4 of them. In order to make that, we have to have ember shards casted with molten antimony poured on top of it. So I saw in our applied energistics that we have a bunch of these ingots, so I thought we would just go ahead and throw those into here. However, it won't allow us to melt them. In fact, I went to see what the uses were on this, and the only way that we can melt that is through the melter and embers. Womp womp. Anyway, It so happens that I was looking over here, and it turns out we have a bunch of molten antimony all ready to go. So we can just pop this guy off, throw that over here, and grab ourselves a translocator. The liquid one. So yeah, we want a liquid one here, and I guess a piece of glowstone. I guess we don't really need the glowstone, but we're going to put glowstone on there anyway. And we press the button, and now we have all of the molten antimony in here, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this, and we're going to place these down one at a time. Do that. Press the button, unpress the button. And that should make ourselves the signet of antimony, right? I think so. So there it is. All right, so there's one. We need 3 more. So we currently have everything ready to go for our Ember, our creative Ember source here, except for our inscription tiles here. And these spell out Ember, or Embers, E-M-B-E-R. I guess just Ember. Okay. So over on our Arcane Inscriber, we throw in some inscription tiles that are blank. These are EM-seeable. I don't know if you click one, if it does the entire stack, or if you click one, you get one. So we need to spell this out. So, okay, so you just get one. E-M-B-E-R. Can I just type the letter R? I wonder, I'm going to press R and see what happens. No, it doesn't work. Okay. So there is Ember. Awesome. So that should be everything that we need in order to do this. Now, we have to do this in combination crafting, which means every single item that we have to use has to have its own pedestal. And I know for a fact we don't have that many pedestals over here. I think we only have 16 of them. I need to count out how many items we have and make sure we have the pedestals required. I'm just going to go ahead and make an additional 16. Do we have that on auto craft? It doesn't appear so. I wonder how hard it would be to craft those. So the pedestals, let's bookmark that. That's black iron. Oh, it looks like we have a bunch. So if I tell it to make, I don't know, 50 black iron ingots, we have so many of these black iron blocks. I was going to auto craft this, but I guess I can just craft these by hand since it's fairly quick. So there's 16 more of them. All we gotta do is just place those around our combination crafter here. Just kind of find a spot for them anywhere nearby. I'm not sure what the range is on this, if it's like 5 blocks away or something. Well, anyway, let's see how we do with that. So I'll start by placing all of these guys down. They don't have to be in any particular order. Just all of the different items have to be on these pedestals when you start the craft. All right, so there's that. That one, 4 more of these guys, 8 of the infinity. And it appears we are 3 shy, which is fine. We can just easily craft that up with 2 more clicks. We'll have an additional one. I don't know if it's going to be the same amount for the other creative item that we're making over here, but I guess we'll find out here very soon. Oh, actually, no, I'm mistaken because I didn't put these on there either. So we do need... we need more. All right, so we need a total of 7 more. Oh, my mistake. Yeah, I completely failed at looking at how many items we had left. So let us do that. All right. Guess we'll start down this path. Okay, very good. And then we'll put the 4 heavy-duty plates and the 4 of these antimonies. Awesome. So again, to do this, we need an ultimate ingot in the center. Where is my thing? Ultimate ingot. And we have 6 of them. We only need 1. I think you just right-click it on there. And immediately, it just forms the item. Awesome. Okay, there is 1 more creative item done. Everlasting Ember. So I think what that will do is completely replace our Ember activator here. We can take this thing and then put these Ember emitters on it, and then that will just shoot out Ember from this thing. I mean, the Ember is already EM-seeable, so I mean, technically we already have creative Ember. All right. Well, we have that for later. Is this used in another recipe? Uses for that? It is used in another recipe. This is used for making the chaotic plank. Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. The creative generator is too. Okay, so all of these items are used to make a chaos plank. That I didn't really look at because we haven't really looked at this recipe at all. Other than the fact that it requires all of these chaos ingots. Okay, so that is quite interesting. I wonder if I am able to animate these creative items and then we could spawn them in. We'll have to check that out a little bit later, but I'm just going to put this away for now. All right, so that is yet another creative item done. And then the fabulous mana pool does require shimmer rock. Wait, what? Fabulous mana pool? That's not correct. That's not what we're looking for. We are looking for the everlasting guilty mana pool. I bookmarked this instead of this one. Whoops. Okay, so this guy... Oh, that requires chaos ingots too. That requires 2 chaos ingots. Aha, so I guess we are as far as we can possibly go without crafting chaos ingots. Now, chaos ingots, from what I've seen, does not have a block, so we can't make 9 of them and then spawn in all of the chaos ingots. And the recipe for that does require fading matter, which is a whole lot of EMC. And the chaos catalysts, Gaia block, which, yeah, we were spawning those in. We're good there. Infinity ingots, we're fine. Compressed zinc, we can make those all day long. And then ludicrite is EMC, neutronium is EMC. All right, so the chaos catalyst, we're going to have to jump into this. This requires a whole lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. So there's some things here that we haven't done yet. The things that are catching my eye right now that we haven't even touched, empowered canola, but that has EMC, so I guess that's fine. Amber Star from Herbis. I have no idea how that's even made. How do you make that? So that requires tree resin and amber glass. The amber glass has EMC. Tree resin. Have we even gotten that from somewhere? Apparently we've gotten some of it, but we're going to need to figure out how to automate that at some point. So I just kind of took some time here to look through the chaos catalyst and what it's going to cost for us to make it. Now, a lot of the items in here, as we saw, do have EMC, but some of the items do not. So I went through and I bookmarked all of the different items here that do not have EMC and that we cannot just auto craft. So for instance, like a time absorber doesn't have EMC, but the parts comprising it mostly do, and machine frame we can craft automatically, so we don't really have to worry about that, right? Like applied energistics will take care of that for us. Other items here, singularity, for instance, this is something that we haven't had to do yet. Now, making singularities is really, really simple in applied energistics, so we might just go ahead and get this one knocked out right now and just start filling up a barrel full of these things because we're going to need them in the future. So we had a cobblestone generator, unless I left it downstairs. No. So there's the creative cobble generator. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do it that way. We're going to do it the more cheaty way. So in order to do this in a more cheaty way, making these singularities, let's go ahead and first of all, get ourselves the matter. What's it called? The matter thingy. Oh my goodness, it is called a matter condenser. The matter thingy condenser. All right, so we just need one of those. These are rather inexpensive. I could probably just craft that normally without really worrying about it. But yeah, then we're gonna want to get into actually laser and look at the fluid laser relay. Okay, so that has EMC. I'll just go ahead and grab those out of here. Fluid laser. Grab a stack of those. We only really need 2, but I'll grab a stack anyway. And then we're going to need some kind of way to provide water. All right, so we have a water generator here, and I think there's the infinite water source. We also have the sink from cooking for blockheads. This is the one I like to use, and I think that'll work just fine. I'm pretty sure the infinite water source works just the same. And I don't know about this water generator. I guess we can test all these just to kind of take a look at them. All right, so we're also going to need a 64K disk because we need to store the matter into digital storage before it can turn into a singularity. We're going to need a laser wrench. Yep, we're going to need one of those. And of course, a compass in order to change the input-output of the lasers. All right, so the matter condenser we'll throw down here. We will click this button so it will turn it into singularities, and we'll insert our disk into that slot. So normally with this, you pump in items in order to increase the bar here, and once the bar gets to 256,000 items, it produces a singularity. So let's take a look at that real quick. So if we were to grab our cobblestone generator, creative cobble gen, this thing. So this was making cobblestone really fast. So we throw this next to it, and you can see that's filling up the bar decently fast, right? Just by placing the block there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we can definitely make that go a lot faster. So let's go ahead and we'll throw down the sink first of all. So we'll put the sink there. We'll do 2 of these lasers. And the lasers, you need to right click with a compass in order to change. So we want this to flow into adjacent blocks, and we want this one to flow out of adjacent blocks. Okay, so now that we have that, we can right click, and if we go too slow, we won't see this thing fill up. So yeah, you can see that we now have a full stack of lasers, plus the bar is completely full, ready to go. If I shift click that stack out, boom, another stack. So that is pretty cheaty. So let's try just to see this infinite water source. I think this one's going to work the same. We'll give that a go. And yeah, that appears to be making singularities just as fast. Okay, and then we'll try this water generator as well. This one, yeah, that's the magnetic craft. So I think the difference is this one shows 32 buckets of water, and I think these other ones show more, right? Yeah, this one shows like basically infinite. All right, so anyway, we take that out, and yeah, this one's going pretty slow. I think because the other ones show it has so much water, it can dump all of that in every game tick, I assume. I guess that's how that works. But yeah, these are definitely not good. So the sink or the overloaded infinite water source are the ones that you want to use for this to make singularities really fast. So yeah, these don't have EMC. This is the only way to craft them is by dumping items into the matter condenser, and we can kind of cheese it a little bit using these fluid laser relays and an infinite water source. All right, so I moved that setup downstairs to where all of our different barrels are. I'm just kind of throwing it into its own item barrel here. So item translocators, like so. Glowstone there, press the button, and we got to put in our disk here. All right, so there we go. We are filling up on all sorts of singularities automatically. Now, I didn't upgrade this barrel to be infinite, so this is going to hold whatever the default is, 32 stacks or 16 stacks. I'm not sure what it is. But either way, that's going to be more than enough for any of our singularity needs in the future. So we don't have to worry about that ever again. So that is one of these items off the list. So the rest of these items are things that we're going to have to start worrying about in the future, in the upcoming episodes, in order for us to make the chaos ingots to make the rest of the chaos items. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.